Hi, I'm Sam. Okay, I have 3 poems. I'm going to read through them quickly. The first one, it's like a timeline, and I don't know how this is going to work. So this is new shit, and we're going to kind of see if this is like a spoken thing, or if this just, you just look at it. Oh my goodness, okay.
That's so real. That's so real.
Some things are meant to be seen. This is called Sun-Kissed Part 2. It was Tuesday when I swallowed the sun. It takes about 8 minutes for people to realize. By then, I'm back on Earth yelling giddy up to a stoic ambulance driver. In the back, there's a brand new EMT. I tell him, "You sure picked one hell of a day to start." He laughs. He's not sure what to administer. He squeezes my hand, I squeeze back. The brilliance of the sun burns me up from the inside, but it is these moments that feel real to me. Forgive me, I found living so hard. Let's scratch it. A couple weeks ago, I proposed a weekend trip for your birthday. I know you think I forgot, but I remember that your birthday is next week. Another trip around we can always find a new metric. I remember that you wanted to go out to the beach, but the sun was projected to be out. There's a beautiful cliff I drive by often. I wanted to take you, hoping that you would be enamored by the edge. You could dangle your feet. I would stand in the back, if only to prove that I had gotten better. Last week, I told my therapist, the cliff is dangerous only if I stand by the edge. I guess it's the present time. I enter the ER, delirious and ready for heaven. The land is dark. Storms become the new silence. Still, your eyes search. Your phone rings. I almost didn't swallow the sun. I turned away, but then I saw you in the distance sitting under the last palm tree in America. You cursed God and wished death. That was enough for me. I open my mouth to comfort you, but the only sound that comes out is pain. I hear you join in. I know I am too late, so I swallow the sun. It was painful, that fiery ball burning as it passes down, and I felt my tears raining over the dark and gloomy land. When I see you shivering, I blow a little fire your way, and though I send you more than I mean to, Earth survives. Every tear of yours washes out the fires I create. Every beat of my heart hiccups across the land, shaking everything but faith. Every tear of yours seals every tear or tear in me. The end of the world happens on Tuesday, which is unfortunate because therapy is on Wednesday. And what will my therapist say when I tell her I swallowed the sun and I'm still hungry? It was Tuesday when I swallowed the sun. It takes about 8 minutes for people to realize. Thank you. That one was the first one, kind of scary, kind of sad, oh dear. The second one is a little more lighthearted. This one is called An Open Letter to Joan Didion and anybody else from Sacramento. Anybody from Sacramento? Oh my goodness.
Cali!
Monterey. Whoa, Cali and Sacramento, not the same thing. Not the same thing. I'm from Los Angeles, not Sacramento. Anyways, this is an open letter to Joan Didion or anybody else from Sacramento. Fuck you, Joan. Out of all the writers in California, we got the one from Sacramento. I cannot remember the last time I thought about Sacramento, and I know you take pride in that. Anyone who talks about California hedonism has never spent a Christmas in Sacramento. Yeah, who the fuck spends a Christmas in Sacramento? All these memories you fear are going somewhere far, yet pick a road, any road, drive away, drive far, you'll end up in the same place. All roads do not lead to Sacramento, but all Sacramento roads feed into itself. Dry winds cementing the elders to their retirement. Be honest, have you ever seen a young person in Sacramento? Let me tell you what I mean when I speak of that California hedonism. I speak of the gluttonous summer desire in the eyes of every person I know, the chatter of high schoolers who couldn't care less about LA's sunsets, people who couldn't give two shits about the Griffith Observatory. Hell, even the gentrifier pushing food licenses and vegan tacos talk about hedonism. Hedonism is welcome here, the Virgin Mary looking pleasantly over the drunkard in the streets. Welcome home, my son. Sleep amongst the flowers where a man will tell you that a red rose has grown up out of the concrete. He points to the ground. We look, dumbasses, expecting some miracle to sprout out of the ground when no flower grows. New people, you say, remain ignorant of a special history, insensible to the hardships endured to make it, blind not only to the dangers the place still presented, but to the shared responsibilities its continued habitation demanded. Is there something to be said that one generation of people from Lakewood did what took your family 5? Don't downplay the hurt in your face. I know the gold veins run through your hands, the silt, remembering a less industrial age, the ones your grandparents knew. Ironically, in being the most Californian of us all, you have marked yourself a fraud. Your rivers run dry, but cut the flowers with Nancy. I know you'll find a place for it next to essays on Charles and some housewives from Berkeley. Slouch towards Bethlehem. California bids you well. Thank you. I do like Joan Didion, I just hate that everybody really likes her. This last poem, it's called Drag Queen, and it's based, I know, shout out gay people. It's based off of Jericho Brown's format, which is called a duplex, and he's basically like, there's 2 houses and people are gay and something, something, something. Read up on it on the Poetry Foundation. This is called Drag Queen. I am a drag queen. You can tell by the way I get out of bed. You can tell by who gets out of my bed. You can tell by how I cry myself awake. Drag is the person you become when you're finally awake. Don't let any of those sheep put you to sleep. My fairy godmother had to watch her friends get put to sleep. She was old when I met her. She was all alone. In the morning when I opened my eyes, I was all alone. She was downstairs in a fabulous robe. I approached her naked, wishing I too had a fabulous robe. Hands crossed over my chest, I asked about breakfast. Honey, only straight people have breakfast. Have a cig. She knew I loved the way she smoked, the way she dragged. She loved the way I talked, the way I dragged. I think I was the only person she knew that used every letter in love. One night at the club, I felt every letter in love, and the way I will remember it, she did too. We will walk out, I and my lover and her lover too. I can tell she is tired and longs for sleep. I ditch my lover to tuck her and her lover to sleep. She murmurs, get your lover and get out of my bed. And you can tell by the way that I get out of her bed, I am a drag queen. Thank you. I'm on Instagram, Sammy, and I always make a point to mention this. I don't like being called Sammy. My last name is not Lechugas. It's a PR crisis. But Sammy.Lechugas. I actually have a book, but I never promote it, and like, it's okay. I have a book. All right, thank you.